dust and
Spider webs. Spider webs.
web, spider webs. Yeah,
Webs. Yeah.
yeah, spider webs everywhere. So I have to clean. Yeah, I think
Clean. Clean. Not.
clean.
It sounds like you're saying killing, which
Uh-huh.
is, yeah, clean my room. Okay.
Cleaning my room. Yeah, cleaning my room. Yeah. It's there's some kind of you know some kind of refreshment after semester. So many things to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have to clean my room. My room, which you can't see from the wall, is a mess. But yeah, cleaning your room is it's good. Okay, and Javier, welcome to class. How's it going?
I'm doing great, thank you. You?
Doing well, thanks. Yeah, and Javier, what have you been up to today?
Today, yeah, like a normal day. So Monday I went to work and I arrived at home at 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, sorry, and
Okay.
I had my dinner and that's it. Yeah, basically.
Okay. And what'd you have for dinner?
Today, just salad with some I forgot the name of mackerel. Mackerel is called.
Macaroni?
No, no mackerel.
Mackerel. Mackerel.
Mackerel. Mackerel. It's a fish, yeah.
Yeah, mackerel is
Yeah,
a fish.
mackerel. Yeah. So,
Okay, good. So mackerel and a salad.
so
Okay. And Amp, how's it going? Mm-mm. Amp, I can't hear you. I'm not sure. Yeah, I would say try to leave and come back. That would probably be the best option. Yeah. Um, and Simone, welcome to class. How's it going?
Hi, I'm
Hey,
alright. And you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, really well. And
Oh, I'm glad to see you
yeah,
because
good.
I had an email from Verbling telling me, oh, I'm sad because Joshua and Dominic and another teacher have left Verbling, and I said, Joshua, no,
Oh wow.
it's another
Dominic
one.
left?
Dominic, yeah,
Wow. I did.
I like Dominic.
Yeah, I didn't know that. No, I'm still here.
Oh, I'm so
Hopefully it's
happy.
not a sign.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, keep my fingers crossed. I don't wanna. Definitely
Please stay
not
there.
like trying to leave.
That's why I'm here. Please stay there. Stay here.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, but plan to. Um, I like my
Okay,
job.
good.
Yeah. I think.
Ufa.
Oof. Indeed. Um, yeah. No, I'm here for the foreseeable future, at least. Um, yeah. How was your day, by the way?
Yeah, a little bit tired, big
Hmm.
weekend. Very, very
Oh,
nice.
nice. Yeah. I'm glad that it was enjoyable. Um,
Yeah, me.
cool. Yeah. It's always fun. And Amp, how's it going?
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey, are you looking at tomorrow with dread? Your ironing day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to
I feel
do
like
it.
Monday nights must be just the worst night. Um,
A nightmare.
yeah. No. Um, yeah. Anyways, so how was your day today?
It have been well. It have been good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. This
Okay.
morning I was trimming my plants a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they look better.
That's good. I actually did some gardening yesterday. Um, also trimming plants and cutting vines and stuff. Um,
Good.
kind of fun. So with today's class, I've got two stories that I like. Mm, they might be a little bit easy for you guys. Um, they're kind of mostly dialogue, but I think we'll do these, and if we still have time, we can do another one that is different. Um, so this first one is interesting. Let's start with Simone. can you read Until Stars?
Yes, they are made out of meat. They are made out of meat. 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 They are made out of meat. Meat. There is no doubt about it. We picked up several from different parts of the planet, took them aboard our Recon vessels, and probed them all the way through. They are completely meat. More?
Yeah, just the next Until Stars.
Okay. That's impossible. What about the radio signals? The message to the stars. I am on my phone, so it's so small, sorry.
Oh, okay. No worries.
No, that's
Hold
my
on.
fault.
No,
It's
no, no.
just-
I'll just make it bigger.
Thank you.
Okay. And recon vessels. Recon.
Recon vessels. What is recon vessels?
It's reconnaissance. Can anybody explain reconnaissance?
It's like gathering vessels. I don't know. It's like gathering something.
Yeah. Yeah. So recon is something that gathers generally information.
Okay.
It's-
Yes. Yeah. I got it.
Okay.
I have a question about the made out of meat. It is made of meat. What's different between made out of meat and made of meat?
No difference. If something is made out of something, it's the same as it's made of something. Yeah, it's the same. Sorry.
It's just to make things complicated.
Yeah, just to make things complicated. We like to overuse our prepositions because we have
Yeah.
so many of them. And then also messages. Can you repeat messages, Simone?
Messages. Is okay? No.
Yeah.
Messages.
So there's only two people talking in this. Let's go back and forth. And so let's have Mariam. Can you read the first person here? Javier, can you read the second person
Yeah.
until the end?
They use the radio waves to talk, but the signals don't come from them. The signals come from machines.
So who made the machines? That's who we want to contact.
They made the machines. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Meat made the machines.
That's ridiculous. How can meat make a machine? You are asking me to believe in sentient meat. Sentient meat.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. These creatures are the only sentient race in that sector that they're made out of meat.
Maybe they are like the Orpholei. You know, a carbon-based intelligence that goes through a meat stage.
Good. Okay. Let's look at sentient.
Sentient.
Sentient. Okay, sentient.
Yeah, sentient.
Sentient.
That was both of you guys, so good job. And then, Javier, can you repeat ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
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 Good. And they made the machines. They made the machines.
Who, me? They made
Mario?
the machines.
This is me.
Yeah.
They made the machines.
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 Good. Okay. Really well done. Does anybody have any questions so far? Orphalai is a made-up word, kind of like science fiction. It's like imagine if, yeah. And sentient is like self-aware. So if something is sentient, it is self-aware. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And any other questions? Okay. Let's have Amp. Can you read the first roll? And Simone, can you read the second roll until the end of the page? Oh, never mind. So let's go Let's make this further down. So same thing, only until the end of the page.
Okay. Nope. They're born meat and they die meat. We studied them from several of their lifespans, which didn't take long. Do you have any idea what's the lifespan of meat?
Spare me. Okay, maybe they're only part meat. You know, like the Wedgely, a meat head with an electron plasma brain inside.
Nope. We thought of that, since they do have meat heads, like the Wedley. But I told you, we proved them. They're meat all the way through.
No brain?
Oh, there's a brain, all right. It's just that the brain is made out of meat. That's why I've been trying to tell you.
So what does the thinking?
You are not understanding, are you? You are refusing to deal with what I am telling you. The brain does the thinking, the meat.
Good. Questions here? This is really good pronunciation. No questions?
No, no questions.
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand
Yeah, me too.
this meat thing.
Does anybody have any idea about what's going on?
Yeah, I think it's like robots talk to each other regarding the human being, and they try to, like crack down the concept of the human being mind and then process of thinking and their lifespan, like dying and such. I
Yes.
think so.
Good point.
So we've got aliens who are not made of the same stuff that we're made of, and they're really, one of them is quite confused about like how we're made of meat. Yeah, good. And so let's have Mariam, can you read the first part, and Javier, can you read the second one?
Thinking meat. You're asking me to believe in thinking meat.
Yes, thinking meat, conscious meat, loving meat, dreaming meat. The meat is the whole deal. Are you beginning to get the picture, or do I have to start all over?
I would say, oh my God, you're serious then. They made of meat. They made out of meat.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Finally, yes, they are indeed made out of meat, and they've been trying to get in touch with us for almost 100 of their years.
Oh my God. So what does it mean? What does this meat have in mind?
First, it wants to talk to us. Then I imagine it wants to explore the universe, contact other sentiences, swap ideas and information, the usual.
We're supposed to talk to meat?
Good. Any questions here?
I have a question about other sentences or sentence.
Above?
No,
sentences. Sentences.
Sentences.
So it's the same thing as sentience or sentient, only it's plural. So other things that are self-aware.
Self-aware, yeah, that's fine.
I have a question. The meaning of SWOOP idea and information is like exchange, right?
Yes, exchange. Good. Yeah, that's it. Questions? No questions.
No.
Okay, good. And do. And let's have Amp, can you read the first part? And Simone, can you read the second part?
Okay. That's the idea. That's the message they are sending out by radio. Hello, anyone out there? Anybody home? That sort of thing.
They actually do talk then. They use words, ideas, concepts. Oh yes.
Oh, sorry, that's
the next one. No. It's okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
Oh yes, except they do it with meat.
I thought you just told me they used the radio.
They do, but what do you think is on the radio? Meat
Keep,
sounds? No.
yeah, keep going.
Meat sounds. You know how when you slap or flat meat, it makes a noise? They talk by flapping their meat at each other. They can even sing by squirting air through their meat.
Oh my God, singing meat. This is altogether too much. So, what do you advise?
Officially or unofficially.
Good. Questions here.
It's funny.
Yeah. Okay, no questions about any words?
No, I have a question. It's correct to write "oh my god" like this or not?
Yeah, it's like the way it's pronounced. Oh my God.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, so it's not generally correct, but it's like a lot of people say, oh my God, like it's one word.
yeah.
And so this is just kind of, putting that into one word. Any other questions?
It's like when we talk, it's like flapping our tongue. Is that
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like flapping your tongue at each other. Yep. Any other questions? Okay, and let's have Javier. Can you read the first roll, and Mariam, can you read the second roll?
So I have to start officially, yeah, or not?
Both.
Both. Okay, both.
officially we require to contact, welcome, and log in any and all sentient races or multi-beings in this quadrant of the universe without prejudice, fear, or favor. Unofficially, I advise that we erase the records and forget the whole things.
I was hoping you would say that.
It seems harsh, but there is a limit. Do we really want to make contact with meat?
I agree 100%. What's there to say? Hello, meat. How it's going? But will this work? How many planets are we dealing with her?
Just one. They can travel to other planets in special meat containers, but they can't live on them. And being meat, they can only travel through sea space, which limits them to the speed of light and makes the possibility of their ever making contact pretty slim. In I don't know, infinitesimal in fact.
Yeah, infinitesimal. Infinitesimal.
In infinitesimal in fact.
Yeah. Are we dealing with here? Javier? Here?
Here?
How's it going? Hello, meat. How's it going?
How it's going?
How's it?
How's it going?
Yeah.
How's it
going? Good.
How's it going?
Erase the records.
Records.
Prejudice. Good. Questions here. Prejudice? I guess everybody. Yeah, that makes sense. Quadrant? What's a quadrant?
Is one force.
Yeah. And so I guess in this case we'd probably be talking more about like a section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but 1/4. And perfect. Let's go on. Let's have Amp, can you read the first roll, and Simone, can you read the second roll?
So we just pretend there's no one home in the universe?
That's it.
Cruel, but you said it yourself. Who wants to meet to meet, and the ones who have been aboard our vessels, the ones you probe, you are sure they won't remember?
They'll be considered crackpots if they do. We went into their heads and smoothed out their meat so that we are just a dream to them.
A dream to meet. How strangely appropriate that we should be meat's dream.
And we marked the entire sector unoccupied.
Good. Agreed. Officially and unofficially. Case closed. Any others? Anyone interested of that side of the galaxy?
Let's look at unoccupied.
Unoccupied.
Uh-huh. And other than that sounded good.
Unoccupied.
Unoccupied. Yeah, pie. Any questions here?
No.
Crackpots?
A crackpot. Who knows what a crackpot is?
It's mad.
Yeah, somebody who's crazy is a crackpot. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. And let's have Javier, can you read the first roll, and Mariam, can you read the second one?
Yes, a rather shy but sweet hydrogen core cluster intelligence in a Class 9 star in G445 zone. Was in contact to galactic rotations ago, wants to be friendly again.
They always come around.
And why not? Imagine how unbearable, how terrible cold the universe would be if one were all alone.
Unbearably.
Unbearably.
Unutterably. Unutterably.
Unutterably.
Yeah.
Unutterably.
Questions here?
And the second word, and utterably.
Unutterably.
Unutterably.
Yeah. It's unspeakably. So if you utter something, it's like you speak it. So utter, speak. So yeah, it's like so cold that you can't even say it. Yeah. Make sense?
Yep, thank you.
Yeah. Any questions about the story? Okay, no questions. It's a little bit of a weird one. Mariam, what'd you think about it?
It's remind me of some sort of movies that they talk about human being, like Star Wars
Uh-huh.
and such. I don't know, a bunch of machines think differently about human beings and his nature.
hmm
I would say it's more like fiction conversation.
It's definitely science fiction. Science fiction. So things like really very fiction about like space, other species, other like non-Earth species is sci-fi, we would say. So yeah, it's a little bit strange. I think what he's talking about, especially with the end, instead of like machines, it's more like other types of intelligence that like almost like planetary, like a hydrogen core cluster. So it's like an element that becomes sentient, like yeah, almost like that. So it's bigger sentience. Instead of like machines, it's more like non-meat. I don't know. I guess. What about you, Javier? Any thoughts or opinions? Did you understand? Do you have any questions? What did you think?
Oops, sorry. Watching now, I stopped watching the many. Actually, I think it could be a of Men in Black. No?
Okay, something
Kind
like
of.
Men in Black.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, science fiction between a dialogue between two people from other planets. No?
Yeah.
I don't know, aliens or whatever.
Yep. Definitely. I mean, that's what it is. Amp, anything that you'd like to comment or say, or anything that it made you think about?
Yes, I think like it's like a satire, like in other planets they must be thinking that we are weird when we think the same about the existence of other species in other planets, and it's like, well, they are maybe a little scared, or they don't know how the others look like, or how they think, but they are curious, the same way that people here are investing a lot of money trying to figure out if they exist another kind of life in other planets, and do they can they must do it the same.
Hmm. On other planets.
Mhm.
Live in. Good. Okay. Yeah. Kind of like a satire criticizing selves in a way. Simone, anything that you thought
Yeah,
made
I
you
was
think of?
going to say I was going to say almost the same as she said.
Huh?
Because we are always trying to figure out what they look like, if they think or not, and maybe we think just us are able to think, to be intelligent, and they think we are stupid. And we think they are. It's just like lots of questions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's just kind of a little what if, what would they think if they found us? And that's it. It's kind of just a little fun one. Um, the next one is actually really similar. It's also dialogue. Mm, I think it's pretty much the same back and forth, so we could try that. Yeah, I don't think I have another one that you guys haven't done, except for essays, which are all longer. So let's, I guess, look at this. And where were we? Okay, I guess let's start with Mariam. Can you read the first roll, and let's have Javier. Can you read the second roll?
Before starting, I have a question regarding the words once, right? There was once.
Okay.
The title, is that true?
Yeah.
Is there was once?
Yeah. So there was once. It's like, I guess, kind of similar to like Once Upon a Time.
Uh-huh.
It's just another way of starting a story.
I see.
Okay.
There was once a poor girl, as beautiful as she was good, who lived with her wicked stepmother in a house in the forest.
Forest is passé. I mean, I've had it with all this wilderness stuff. It's not a right image of our society today. Let's have some urban for a change.
There was once a poor girl, as beautiful as she was good, who lived with her wicked stepmother in a house in the suburbs.
That's better, but I have to seriously query this word poor.
But she was poor.
Poor is relative. She lived in a house, didn't she?
But she was poor.
She was poor.
Yeah. Excuse me. Javier, can you repeat wilderness?
Wilderness. Wilderness.
And
Wilderness.
Mariam, her wicked?
Wicked. Wicked.
Nice.
I have a
Okay.
question. Do you mind to read the sentence, but she was the poor? I mean, there is any way to like jointing she and was?
She was poor.
Ah.
She
Because
was
sometimes
poor.
it's they read it like apostrophes. That way, I'm almost always confused where I have to pronounce it. She's poor.
So it depends on the italicization. So like the italics here let us know when we want to emphasize. So let's have some urban for a change. But I have to seriously query this word poor. You know, because it's in italics, we want to emphasize it more.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it would change if it was just she was poor, but she was poor, but she was poor. You know, you change it depending on how the sentence is italicized. Any other questions here? Okay, and Amp, can you read the first part? And Simone, can you read the second one?
Yes.
Then, socioeconomically speaking, she was not poor.
But none of the money was hers. The whole point of the story is that the wicked stepmother makes her wear old clothes and sleep in the fireplace.
Aha, they had a fireplace. With Paul, let me tell you, there's no fireplace. Come down to the park, come to the subway station after dark, come down to where they sleep in cardboard boxes, and I will show you, Paul.
There was once a middle class girl, as beautiful as she was good.
Stop right there. I think we can cut the beautiful, don't you? Women these days have to deal with too many intimidating physical role models as it is. What with those bimbos in the ads? Can't you make her, well, more average?
Okay, good. Sounded really good, guys. Socioeconomically speaking,
Socioeconomically.
Mhm. And but none of the money was hers. Amp.
But none of the money was hers.
Yeah, good. And Simone, they had a fireplace. With poor, let me tell you, there's no fireplace.
Okay, they had a fireplace. With Paul, let me tell you, there's no fireplace.
Good. Nicely done. Nice. Okay. Any questions here?
No.
Okay. And let's go down a bit. Let's have Mariam, can you read the first part? And Javier, can you read the second part?
There was once a girl who was a little overweight and whose front teeth stuck out. Who?
I don't think it's nice to make fun of people's appearances. Plus, you are encouraging anorexia.
I wasn't making fun. I was just describing.
Skip the description. Description oppresses, but you can say what color she was.
What color?
You know, black, white, red, brown, yellow. Those are the choices. And I'm telling you right now, I've had enough of white. Dominant culture this, dominant culture that.
I don't know what color.
Good. Okay. Description.
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 And then appearances.
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 Okay. Questions here. Okay. one. I think it sounded good. Let's have Amp, can you read the first part? And Simone, can you read the second part?
Well, it would probably be your color, wouldn't it?
But this isn't about me. It's about the girl. This girl.
Good.
Everything is about you.
Sounds to me like you don't want to hear this story at all.
Oh well, go on. You could make her ethnic. That might help.
There was once a girl of indeterminate descent, as average-looking as she was good, who lived with her wicked.
Another thing, good and wicked. Don't you think you should transcend those puritanical, judgmental, moralistic epithets? I mean, so much of that is conditioning, isn't it?
Good. Moralistic
This
epithets.
Moralistic epithets.
Huh?
this
Indeterminate
is
descent.
descent, okay.
What was
Indeterminate descent.
what was your question, Simone?
No, I was trying to say this word, descent.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is good. Does anybody have any questions about this?
I have a question about is wicked or wicked?
Wicked. Wicked.
Wicked. Okay. So then pronounce it.
Yeah, wicked.
Wicked. Okay.
Other questions? Okay. And I mean, so much of that is conditioning, isn't it? Okay. I mean, puritanical, judgmental, moralistic epithets. What does that mean, guys?
It's like some sort of different descriptions and judgment about a person that someone is very because puritanical means very clean and clear.
Yeah, puritanical. If something's puritanical, it's like good or evil. And so somebody who's puritanical, doesn't really see the gray area between black and white. Yeah. So that's somebody who's puritanical. What they think is evil, and what is good. And okay, transcend. What does transcend mean?
To go beyond something like
Yeah. So go beyond these black and white, judgmental, and moralistic, like nicknames or names. So good and wicked. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And so we've got 3 speakers here. So for this part, let's have Amp just butt in, and let's have I think Mariam, can you read the first roll? Javier, can you read the second roll?
There was once a girl. There was once a girl as average looking as she was well adjusted, who lived with her stepmother, who was not a very open and loving person because she herself had been abused in childhood.
Better, but I'm so tired of negative female images. And stepmothers, they always get it in the neck. Change it to a stepfather, why don't you? That would make more sense anyway, considering the bad behavior you are about to describe. And through in some whips and chains. We all know what those twisted, repressed, middle-aged men are like.
Hey, just a minute. I am middle-aged.
Oh, and this is Javier again.
Okay. Stuff it, Mr. Nosy Parker. No, nobody asked you to stick in your oar or whatever you want to call that thing. This is between the two of us. Go on.
Good. Javier, I'm so tired of negative female images.
I'm so tired of negative female images.
Change it to stepfather, why don't you?
And change it to a stepfather. Why don't you?
Stepfather.
Stepfather. Why don't you?
Yeah. Okay, that sounded good. Any questions here?
What does it mean by stuff it?
Stop it. Stuff it is like shut up. Like stuff what you said back into your mouth. Kind of. Yeah, or like stuff your mouth with something so you can't speak. Make sense?
Like stop it.
More like, so if you're stuffing your mouth, it's like, oh, you can't talk anymore because your mouth is full of something.
I see.
Okay? So yeah, it's like shut up. Any other questions? There's a lot of tricky things here. Always get it in the neck. What the heck does that mean, guys? Anybody know?
It's like a stereotype.
Okay. So the stereotype is that the stepmothers are always evil. That's not what get it in the neck is. Any ideas about what get it in the neck might mean?
I think it's like idioms, like
It's definitely an idiom.
like I'm up under my ears, something like that.
Yeah, so if you're, I mean, up to your ears is a different idiom. So if you're up to your ears with something, it's like you could say I'm fed up with it. Yeah. It's like I've had it up to my ears with negative female images. I'm so tired of them. Would be the same. When we're saying stepmothers always get it in the neck. So getting something in the neck, you know, we talk about like movies, huh? Like something really bad happens to them where they die. Like if you get it in the neck, like you're dead. So if you're talking in movies, like it's really common for people of color to get it in the neck. It's just, you know, what happens often in Hollywood movies, which is, you know, what's happening here is she's saying like something really bad, like they always get bad roles, like bad things kind of always happen to them. So in stepmothers, they always get it in the neck. It's like always bad things are happening to them. Always they're the bad people. They're always the bad roles. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
It's a little bit tricky because they're using like an idiom in a new way. Yeah. And
Do.
Or what is it?
A new one.
Yeah, stick your oar in. Stick in your oar. What's that mean?
It's like stay at your opinion, whatever you think about.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, I think we're good here. Yeah. And so I think this next one, Amp, can you read the first roll? Simone, can you read the second roll?
There was once a girl.
How old was she?
I don't know. She was young.
This ends with a marriage, right?
Well, not to blow the plot, but yes.
Then you can scratch the condescending paternalistic terminology. It's woman, Paul, woman.
There was once...
What's this was once? Enough of that past. Tell me about now.
There.
So?
So what?
So, why not here?
Okay, good. Mariam, can you read? Oh no. What happened? No! Hold on. I've got more. There's more, I promise. So, questions on that part while we're waiting?
I was wondering, is like a conversation between two person who
Yeah.
reading a plot, right?
Reading a story. It's like one of the people is telling a story and the other person is, criticizing it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This second person is so annoying.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He's never happy.
Yeah. Definitely she is not easy to please. Um,
Not at all.
oh wow. That is actually the end of it. I am so sorry. I thought there was a little bit more. But that's the end of the story. So yeah.
He is starting the plot because it doesn't have anything. Just the word there, and now the guy said change it. So
Yeah.
he didn't have any line.
Yeah, so there's nothing else. So what? So why not here? So like here is, here now, that is real life. That's not a story anymore.
Because it's
Okay.
impossible to keep telling this story because the other person is never happy. So
Yeah.
it's impossible.
Okay. That's definitely a good point. I would say she's trying to talk about something, she's maybe hyperbolizing. If this is a hyperbole, like what is she talking about in this story?
Hmm.
If this is hyperbole, what point is she trying to get across? What is she trying to get across with this hyperbole?
It's like the reality of woman life, abusing in childhood, being homeless, gender discrimination,
Mhm.
being as a minority when we're talking about the women of color, and their sad story of having mother or not, like having a stepmother.
Okay.
And it doesn't make a difference. She or he says that it doesn't make difference that somebody who has a house or being homeless doesn't make sense. Woman or woman, like females.
So she was saying it's woman instead of girl. So it started out with being the girl, and then she's like she gets married at the end of the story, right? So she's a woman. It's not a girl, pal. Stop the paternalistic vocabulary. Okay. So
I have a question regarding the idiom get it in the neck. Is that the similar like jump through someone truth? Jump upon someone truth. Is that the same meaning? This
no, I
is
mean
another idiom as well.
get it in the neck is like receiving something really bad. So like literally means like to be killed. Like if you get something in the neck, like something kills you because it hits you in the neck. Your neck is like a really sensitive part of your body. It's like punished severely if you get it in the neck. It's like I got it in the neck when I came home late. My mom was mad that I'd been drinking. So she like really yelled at me. But like receive something really bad, I guess would be more get it in the neck. So women get it in the neck. Or stepmothers get it in the neck. Like they always get the bad role.
It's like jump down someone's throat, right?
It can be, but it's not. I mean, get it in the neck is like punished severely. If you jump down somebody's throat, you're like, it's just used in a different way. And here it's used in that they get bad roles, like they receive bad things, which is more of the. It's like, yeah, you receive a bad punishment, you receive a bad role, you're killed. Yeah, I think Margaret Atwood is like talking a little bit about something else. So, she's not really mourning the roles that women have, although that's part of the story. Does anybody have anything else that like they got from this little interaction? Oh, come on. You guys got something else. Javier, Simone, Amp. What do you guys think?
Well,
What you?
that is it's like it's very important. How do you write a story? The terms that you are going to use.
Mhm.
Sometimes they can be they can express something different than what you really try to say.
Okay. Okay, so it's definitely really important how you write a story. Is she? I mean, is there anything else?
Like lots of stereotypes, maybe lots of stories have the same kind of stereotypes or plots.
Uh-huh.
It's almost always about the same.
Yeah. Okay. So it's definitely always that. Is there a limit to how you can criticize the language in somebody's story? Like, do you think that Margaret Atwood's trying to say, like, I mean, kind of give me a break with the criticism about, like, word choice? I mean, is there a limit to this type of criticism and this type of, like, awareness that you have to have? Does anybody think?
As a journalist, I am always aware about the
Uh-huh.
words I
Yeah,
choose because they've
definitely.
got power. So
Mhm.
one word can change everything. So I'm
Definitely.
always really careful about the words. For example, if I'm going to say something about old people, I try not to say old people. I try to say maybe retired people. You know, I try to make it more light.
Yeah.
You've got to be really careful when you try to describe someone to
Mhm.
not give this kind of prejudice or.
Yeah, to try to make it sound better, which is
Yeah.
definitely good, um, for sure. Um, so like this awareness of words is really important, but like I guess what's the story become at the end? Because she's being made aware of these things which are all real. So the second person does have a point. Like there are lots of negative female integers. Stepmothers often get it in the neck. um, you know, this is, but
So
she
the
does.
person the person ended up without choice. So
Yeah.
there is no choice. There is
Hmm.
no word left. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a point where you become limited in what you can say, and
you
what does
just
that
don't
mean?
have what to say anymore.
Exactly. So if you can't be poor, you can't be a girl, you can't have an evil stepmother. Um,
Being,
to some extent, huh?
being a middle age or young doesn't make sense. I mean, doesn't make difference.
Yeah. Um, and so despite having really good points, she removes the story. Like there's no more story. There's no more. You can't have it in the past. It has to be now.
If you
So
try
this
to be
idea.
political correct, yeah.
Hmm.
So there is no way to be 100%
Yeah, you're
politically
always.
correct.
Yeah, you're always going to be talking. Like the storyteller was saying, maybe to some extent about yourself. Um, and yeah, it's like being censored to an extent where you can't talk about the subject doesn't really help. Um, and yeah, it's a nice story because it doesn't really say anything. There's no end, but you know, their story disappears. There's no more story at the end. I don't know. So I think there is part of it is aware of the need to be politically correct, but also kind of mourning over political correctness, perhaps.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, because
Because
the
what I-
annoying person in the story, who is the annoying person?
the person who is trying to be so politically correct, so
Yeah.
there is no way to be 100% like this.
Good. I mean, does anybody have anything to argue like against that? Does anybody disagree?
Nope.
No.
Also, I've got an essay that I think really talks about this. If you guys are interested in reading it, I'm just trying to pick it up right now. If I can. Hold on 1 second. Tense present. Okay, I got it. And so it's really long, and you guys might not appreciate it, but I've got it there anyways for you. So the first very long paragraph is just grammar mistakes, so that might get really boring. So you might not want to read the first whole paragraph because those are just grammar mistakes that he doesn't like. The rest of it talks about the politically correct and using words and how words affect, you know, us in other ways. Anyways, if you guys are interested, I think that's a nice essay. Any other questions or comments or thoughts? Okay. Well, I've got some classes tomorrow morning. If you guys want to join, I'd love to have you. Yeah,
Good.
thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Okay, teacher, take
Thank
care.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Have a
Thank you.
great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.